Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And before I get started talking about any of this cryptocurrency stuff, I want to make sure that you know that I am not a financial advisor. Before you make any investments, you want to be sure you seek professional guidance, because you want to make sure you do not lose all your money. All right, in this video, we're going to talk about, is the Bitcoin bottom in? Is the Bitcoin bottom in yet? So let's check out the charts and see what we can find out about that. See if we can answer that question. Let me see. I forgot to line up my chart. So let me line it up real quick. Capture, window capture. Yeah, I forgot to set it up, man. Slipping. All right, there we go. All right, so before we look at the charts, I want to play this video that I made back on April 15th. So this video, I made it back on April 15th. And in this video, I was talking about when I believed the Bitcoin market would bottom and when it would start the new cycle. So let's listen to this real quick. 89 days, so 789 days from the halving. Is around July, so it'd probably be around July 10th. Okay, so right there in that video, it's titled Bitcoin's Next Bull Cycle Begin Date. And I dropped that on April 15th, a couple months ago. And the price of Bitcoin was at 40,000. And I said around July, that's when Bitcoin price could possibly bottom at. Bitcoin's price could possibly bottom at somewhere in July. And let's look at this other video where I talked about Bitcoin incoming lower lows, and let's listen to what I said on this. I made this video on April 11th, so let's listen. All right, let me know in the chat if you think Bitcoin is going to go down to 20,000, or if you think it's going to go down to 30,000, or if you think it's just going to go up from here. I wish it goes up from here, but you know, history tells us that it has a future date with the 200-week moving average. So we'll see how it works. Okay, in that video, which I made on April 11th, and Bitcoin was at 39,900. I said Bitcoin has a future date with the 200-week moving average. And now if we go to the charts and we take a closer look, we'll see that Bitcoin, since April, when I did that video, it was up here around close to 40,000. It came down and it did pierce the 200-week moving average and went below the 200-week moving average. So both of those, I wouldn't call them predictions, but my readings of the charts were accurate on both of those things. And those videos are online, so you could go check them out to see how accurate I was or not. But let me tell you why I said I believe Bitcoin would bottom in July. So this is why I anticipated the possibility of Bitcoin bottoming out in July, because I looked at from the first Bitcoin halving to when it bottomed out. It was 994 days. So that was the first halving. And then in the second halving, it bottomed out in 890 days. So it was 100 less. The first one was 980. The second one was 880. So I was thinking that in this third Bitcoin halving, it might be 780. So if we look at 780 days, and that's basically right when it bottomed out. Actually, it bottomed out. If we call when it hit, what price did it hit? It hit 17,000. If we think that that was the market bottom, that was 770 days. So that was 10 days less than 780. And that's what I was predicting. And that's what I didn't predict it, but I anticipated that it's a possibility that Bitcoin would bottom out 780 days. And I said anywhere between July to October. So it's still a possibility that it hasn't bottomed out yet. But in this video, I also mentioned it, what I would use for confirmation. Is it this one? Let's see. This is what I say. After I say July, this is what I would use for confirmation. Listen to this. So we can anticipate somewhere between July and January, the market is going to bottom out from Bitcoin and the next bull cycle is going to begin. A little, if you really needed to break it down to be a little more precise, I would say from between July of this year, July and October of this year is likely when Bitcoin is going to bottom out. And what I would use for reference or confirmation that that's the bottom is I would use the 200-week moving average. Let me go to the week in this chart. And the 200-week moving average right now is at 20,000, but by July or October, it's liable to be, it could be around $27,000 or $30,000 roughly. All right, so right there, you could see how far it was away. Bitcoin price was away from the 200-week moving average. I thought the moving average would come higher, but like I anticipated, the price of Bitcoin did come down and hit the 200-week moving average. It actually pierced it, and now it's using it as resistance. So my strategy right now is that it's possible that Bitcoin bottom has already been put in, and I think it's going to consolidate maybe between somewhere around the 20,000s, maybe 22,000 to 18,000, somewhere in there. It's going to consolidate for a while. And I don't think we're going to see any major sustainable gains from Bitcoin for months. Like if you think Bitcoin is going to go up to 30,000 and stay there in like the next month, I don't think that's going to happen. We're still in a bear market, and the bears are running the show, and the bulls, you know, they can't get it cracking right now. So we got a while to wait before we hit those extreme highs, and definitely before we hit the all-time highs. Yeah, that's probably like more than a year away. So I have a bag that I've started. It's going to be I'm calling it my bear market accumulation bag. And I'm going to come out with a video with the cryptocurrencies that I'm accumulating right now. I'm going to tell you the prices, and we're going to track my bear market bag and see how it does in the next 2 years. It's definitely not a short-term investment that I'm following. It's a long-term investment, and you know, I'm gonna track it with you guys so you guys can see how much it gains or how much it loses. So I think there's a high possibility that the Bitcoin bottom is already in, and if it's not in, you know, I don't expect Bitcoin to go down to like 10,000. Maybe it goes down to 14,000. Maybe it goes to 13,000. Maybe 12. But I think the upside of Bitcoin is a lot higher than Bitcoin's downside. At 21,000, I think the upside is looking real good for Bitcoin. The downside, you know, I only see it losing not too big of percentage-wise losses, but the percentage gains that it could experience are very high. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know if you think the Bitcoin bottom is in and why or why not you think it's in. And I'll check you guys in my next video. And remember to check out my channel because I'm going to be coming out with my bear market accumulation bag so we could track that and see how it goes.